Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about conflict and how to use it as a tool in storytelling. Storytelling is based on conflict. Without conflict, there's no drama. Drama is conflict. By no means is this a new definition, but a confirmation of the very foundation of storytelling. I got that quote from an article called "What is a Story? Conflict, the Foundation of Storytelling." I'll post a link in the description if you're interested in reading it. I think we've all seen this graph before. The first thing we see is the background. That is where we're introduced to the protagonist, the time and the place of the story, but it should only take a couple minutes, pages, etc. The next element we see is the rising action. This is where the conflict is introduced. The rising action is introduced right away because it contains the conflict. And without conflict, there's no story to tell. I'm gonna say it again. Conflict is the foundation of storytelling. So what is conflict? Well, I'm glad you asked. The simplest way to think of conflict when writing your story is what is the protagonist's goal and what is keeping the protagonist from achieving that goal. Sports. Do you ever wonder why people spend so many hours watching people fight over a ball? It's because conflict. There's one team with the goal of winning by getting the ball to the end zone and receiving points. However, what stands in the way of that team achieving that goal is the other team. All right, let's look at another example. In the movie A Quiet Place, the protagonist, Lee, the father, has the goal of protecting his family, but what's keeping him from achieving that goal are the alien monsters. I do have another video that analyzes this movie in more detail. If you're interested in watching it, I'll link it in the description below also. I do want to talk about compelling conflict. To produce compelling conflict, you have to have high stakes. What are stakes? Well, stakes are what the protagonist loses if he doesn't achieve his goal. In A Quiet Place, the stakes are losing the people he loves. Death. Those are pretty high stakes. This is why people love superhero movies. The stakes are always at the cost of a bunch of people dying. If the hero doesn't stop the villain, then a whole bunch of people are gonna die. Infinity Wars. If you want to increase the stakes in your story, you have to involve a large scale, meaning the stakes have to affect more than just your protagonist. Well, there you have it, guys. If you want to create better stories, make sure to include compelling conflict. It's the foundation of storytelling.